Hi guys, I'm going to answer a question from YouTube today. Sorry that my lighting is so bad. I left my lights in London, so I'm just sitting under an interrogation spotlight, hoping that you can see me. So the question I'm going to answer is, can anyone explain the difference between love bombing and the typical excitement / euphoria that is common at the beginning of a relationship? So I quite like that they're saying, can anyone answer this? Because the beauty of YouTube is it's a community and they don't necessarily have to be asking me this question. They're putting it out there and lots of other people may reply to this question. So it's a great question because the question is basically asking, is love bombing manipulative and deceptive and all a bunch of lies? Or is the person actually in a delusion of their own mind where they truly believe that they're in love with this new partner, this new love interest? So what I would say about people who have very high traits of narcissism is that they are completely delusional and they believe their own lies. So they're actually not consciously aware of how manipulative they're being in the love bombing phase. Most of the time, and depending on the individual, of course, there's going to be some individuals who are consciously knowing that they are trying to reel someone in and lure someone in, and that they're doing that under false pretenses. So, for example, someone might be very motivated by someone's money or fame or some kind of ulterior motive that they consciously are aware of, and therefore they know that they're choosing language that is very complimentary, that is aimed at trying to lure this person in. But I think in most cases with people who have very high traits of narcissism is that they are delusional. They completely create their own reality. And remember that people who have high traits of narcissism have attachment issues. So when they meet a new partner, they get very excited because they truly believe that that new partner is going to be the love of their life. And a lot of them will fantasize about this idea of the perfect love. So when they're doing the love bombing, it's because they have convinced themselves in that moment, oh my God, this person is the one, this person is so fantastic. And they really are in this kind of fairy tale like euphoria of feeling very much in love, or really, I mean, realistically, it's huge amounts of lust. It's not love for this new partner. So then they act accordingly. So the reason why the love bombing phase is so persuasive and so intoxicating for people is because these people with high traits of narcissism are actually feeling like they're in love in those moments. And then the problem with people who have high traits of narcissism is that they discard their partners because they're so easy to be let down. They're so easy to be displeased. They're so easy to be disappointed. Because of their attachment issues, they don't attach in a healthy way. So they're not able to be consistent. And this honeymoon love bombing phase is short-lived. So I would say in most cases of narcissistic love bombing, they actually don't mean to lie or trick the person or deceive the person. They just have a tendency to convince themselves that they've fallen in love far too quickly, far too soon, and they really want and need the validation of the other person. So they can't help but act so sweet, so loving, so romantic towards this other person because they, one, actually feel like they found the love of their life very temporarily. And two, they absolutely need the validation of the other person. They need that person to reciprocate to show them that they're worthy. So their narcissistic supply in those moments is coming from this other person. But the painful thing for individuals is all of this is so short-lived because the bubble bursts. And narcissists are very quick to become disappointed, disillusioned. They'll see your flaws and they will completely discard you for these minor, very human type of flaws that you end up showing. And then, of course, that's very painful for people. So if you're someone who has been tricked into the love bombing phase or who's fallen into the love bombing phase, I would say, don't be too hard on yourself because you are just getting wrapped up in someone else's delusion. And when someone truly believes something, they're able to convince others of it. So the reason why most narcissists are able to love bomb so successfully is because in those moments, when they say they are in love with you or they act like they're in love with you, they truly do feel it, mean it, believe it. The problem is they don't sustain those feelings for very long.